to give us a little humor tonight.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I really just have a few random thoughts to share with you. First of all, Father Viron, thank you for the reference to my clever levity. I think it was clever levity, wasn't it? Oh, that makes me redundant. I'm thankful for a number of things in this holiday season. First of all, I'm thankful that South Carolina got its 6th win against UMass and didn't have to try to pick it up against Clemson. I'm also thankful that I saw all 6 Vanderbilt games this year in Nashville, particularly the final 2 Vandy games. Tim, congratulations to you. I think that's a great choice to play at the University of Memphis. The only downside for the running back, I guess, is you won't get to play against UT's run defense. However, you will get a chance to make up for that as long as Memphis plays Ole Miss each year. Well, the season is almost over. Those of us who are Memphis fans and most of us who support one of our SEC teams can look forward to a bowl game. Of course, there are 2 SEC schools who will not play the postseason, Missouri and the Rebel Bears. Who went to games this weekend? Who went to Memphis, Houston? All right, great game by Memphis. Who went to Arkansas, Mizzou? No one went to the Arkansas game? How about Alabama, Auburn? All right. And finally, Vandy and Tennessee. Let's see, I know Tom Buckner was there. Tom, here, I don't see him out there. And Ray, where you were? I thought I heard you cheering. Where were you there, Ray?
On the radio.
You're listening on the radio. It was an interesting game. First of all, how many of you have ever attended a Vandy game? It's a little like minor league baseball. They have a segment where one fan can throw 5 footballs through the window of the pickup truck and win $1,000. There's usually a kick field goal contest, and then they honor a lot of different groups. Last week they honored the chairman of the Department of Elective Learning at Vanderbilt, which was surprising to me. I thought only the University of Tennessee had a Department of Elective Learning. Vandy UT was very interesting. After the game, the UT fans were much like many Democrats after the election, and they simply seemed to refuse to accept the Vanderbilt victory, although there was no rioting in the street. I know that the season was not what Coach Jones wanted. His expectations were an SEC East championship, and if not, at least a spot in the Sugar Bowl. However, he did achieve one first. I believe he is the first UT coach to ever lose to South Carolina and Vandy in a year when Didi was ranked and still keep his job. So I think that's quite an achievement. It's fitting tonight is recruiting night. I think we all know that that's the lifeblood of the team. That's where it starts. For example, Coach Freeze, undeterred by the disappointing Rebel Bear season, hit the recruiting trail before daylight yesterday, hoping to lose the NCAA surveillance team assigned to it. He says he will be making his pitch to bring fast, strong defensive players to Oxford, pointing out all the things the university and its supporters can offer, and being careful, of course, to avoid any prospect who appears to be wearing a wire. I was at the, as I mentioned, I was at the Vandy Ole Miss game the Saturday before Thanksgiving, and it was really cold in the stadium. During the game, my wife kept looking at her smartphone, and just after the third quarter began, she said, "There's a freeze advisory." Well, I wondered how she had gotten an NCAA enforcement app on her iPhone. But then I realized she was talking about the weather. No, guys, like you Ole Miss guys are obviously disappointed in the Egg Bowl. I was very surprised at Mississippi State's margin of victory over Ole Miss. Going into the game, I thought Ole Miss was clearly the best 5-6 team in the West. Some of these are fault pieces. I did enjoy watching Shea Patterson during the Vanderbilt game. Watching him run, literally, he was unstoppable running east to west. Afterwards, I wondered, is he the next Archie Manning or the next John Forte? On to another matter. LSU elevated Ed Orgeron from interim to head coach this weekend, hoping that Coach O can work the same magic in Baton Rouge that he did at Ole Miss. As those of you who heard Coach O speak when he's been at the Touchdown Club, you know English is his second language. Nevertheless, Judge Orgeron held an emotional news conference, which linguistics experts at the NSA hope to have translated before the end of the week. And just kudos to Ole Miss in the spirit of intra-conference cooperation. Ole Miss is selling LSU all of its remaining stock of "Owe the Coach" bumper stickers at cost. After Saturday's 32-point Egg Bowl loss to bowl-bound Mississippi State, some unhappy rebels are suggesting it's time for a similar Coach O bumper sticker, Coach F. Freeze bumper sticker. Hard to get that out. I know a lot of you probably thought that even with 5-6 record, Ole Miss would make the bowl game this year because of the teams that don't have 6-6 and the outrageous number of bowls. And frankly, Ole Miss was thought they had a higher AFR than they did, APR than they did, because of Robert Condici and what that did to their athletic party rate. Okay, we're almost done here. Just a couple of other observations. Good news for the Fighting Irish. Brian Kelly says he's committed to Notre Dame despite allegedly exploring other coaching options. In 70 seasons at Notre Dame, which as Bill explained to me means our broad, Kelly has 31 losses, the most by an Irish coach, so I'm sure Notre Dame is relieved to stand. And finally, Steve, I know that there are a lot of considerations that go into selecting a Liberty Bowl team, and that the conference is involved and the teams are involved. Just hear me out here. Imagine how easy it would be to sell an all-Commodore Liberty Bowl. Commodores in the first quarter, second quarter, halftime, third quarter, fourth quarter. Instead of 3 Commodores, you get 87 Commodores. And then they can all sing Easy Like Sunday Morning as a salute to the Tennessee defense. So, thank you very much. Everybody. One thing I did want to mention, this is from the Tennessean Sunday. I mean, it's as if we South Carolina fans have no feelings. Headline says, "Worse than loss to South Carolina." I thought they were talking about some sort of major crisis in the national area, but they were talking about the Vandy Tennessee game. So, anyway, great being with you tonight. Congratulations.